you got this little thing going on. You understand? It's something you jump to and you jump off. A career is something you consume it, you go to school for it, you learn, and then you apply. So I think you made the right choice. I think you know exactly what you're doing. And just by you, that little bit that you gain, you're gonna do well. Now here's the part. Here's the part where it gets a little messy. They want to do it. Sometimes they want to do it so bad. Sometimes they need a life change. They need a radical change. And sometimes it's just their dream job or their dream career. And when they get into it, it's a little overwhelming because there's so much to learn. And they're feeding it to you without giving you a chance to digest it, bro. That right? That sound about right?
Yeah, I hear you.
So you got a lot of information and you can't apply it. So what happens is your mind starts collecting all of this stuff and your feelings and your emotions get involved. Now you got a bit of a storm because you really want to get it. You know you're about this life. This is something that you really and truly want to do. But it's the process. The process is what's getting. So I just had a good friend of mine. He just graduated today. Passed today, got his CDL, and he would tell you every week it was a different challenge. Every week he had to look inside of me in his own gut and grab that strength and keep pursuing, keep pressing forward. That's trucking when you get your license. And honestly, you're at the easiest part of truck getting your license. So don't let it get to you in any way. This is the easy part. What the big challenge in trucking is finding what's gonna make you happy. There's so much into trucking. There's so many avenues you can go. So you gotta find out what you want to do. Are you a physical person? You might want to do you might want to go reefer. You might want to go flatbed. You might want to get in industrial. There's so much tanker. There's so much to it. But just remember this: the main thing that you need to do right now is just calm it down. Let it happen. Just you honestly gotta let it. It's like you go to the dentist and you sit in that chair with your mouth wide open, and here you got this guy or these people going in and out of your mouth. Keep your mouth open and hold still. And deep down inside, you just want to get this thing over, right?
Sure.
So it's the same thing. Honestly, it's the same thing. When you finish your course, you're gonna laugh at it later because you're gonna say, "I can't believe I let that little thing get to me," and it's really petty. But because you're going into an area kind of blindfolded, and you're doing a whole lot of listening. You're doing a whole lot of listening, and I know what it's like. And then you just and they're trying to get your attention, and they're trying to get you to know it. And all you're really doing is just listening in the beginning. So enjoy that part, because there's another part that comes to that is much needed. And that's when you get out here on the road, when you finally get your license. All that listening that you were supposed to be doing, you're honestly gonna need. But it's gonna come to you like second nature, like you've known it forever. So, let it happen. Get that license. And by the way, how long is your course for your license?
So you said how long is the course?
Yeah.
So I took the special Texas requirements today, so I still have 3 more tests that I have to take.
Special safety requirement?
Texas special requirement.
So Herbert, in Texas, it's a little bit different. You don't have to go to a truck driving school. You can just go and get your license, like go down to the DMV, take the test, the written test on the computer, pass all 4 sections, and they'll give you your permit. And then once you get your permit, you can essentially either go somewhere like to a company and work for a company to and then they'll train you, and then you graduate and get your test, your license from there. Or you can like rent a truck, or somebody lets you use their truck and you set up an appointment, go down to the DMV and take the road test.
Got it.
Yeah, Texas is very different, but that stops in February. Like you're doing the right thing getting it now, because that's gonna stop. They're gonna make everybody go to school.
Right, because there's so much in the laws change.
Yeah.
When the laws change, they change radically. You better know the law, because if you don't know the law change, you're gonna get hit with a fine. Because you are considered a professional driver. You're top of the line. Nobody drives better than you. So when those tickets come, it's almost unforgivable. So I understand it. I know people that Florida's like that. You can just walk up and get a license. But the hard part about that is, well, not the hard part, but there's a concern with it that what company is gonna hire you. You know what I mean? You want that training.
Mm-hmm.
You want that training. The company I'm with, they train. I have told them many times that they need to just open up the school themselves. They considered it. We've had some small talks about it. They've asked me to start training. I'm considered training because I'm on the road and I can tell drivers that were never really trained. They just went and got a license. And they could be driving 5 years, and you're watching, you're saying, like, why are you doing that? That's not part of the law. And later on, it's normally a problem for them. Later on, somewhere down the road, they get that wake-up call. So what I would honestly encourage you to do, get your license. If this is the way that you want to get it. It's pretty much you're doing a do-it-yourself thing where you're going down and you're going after it. But the school would have been a better choice, I think.
I'm definitely. I still want to go to a school, but in order for me to get into the school, I have to, like, the way that it's set up, I have to do it this way. Like, I have to, like, go to the DMV and study myself and then permit test, which I feel like is a good thing because, like, I'm responsible for, like, learning the material. Like, I'm not, with a school not making me learn the material. I'm having to learn this material because it's something that I want to do. So, like, I'm still going to go to a school, but I'm just getting my permit first before I go to the school.
Yeah, you could do it that way, or you can go to the school and get your permit. Here's the difference. You're doing it on yourself. You're doing it by yourself, right?
Yes, sir.
So you don't have anybody to really answer those one-on-one questions when you get to that question. Like, you're doing it muscle memories, but you do. Now, if you go to school, you get the examples, you get the how, the why, you get all the 5 questions that go with every answer. That's the difference maker, because that's what's gonna that's what's gonna be instilled in you. You want certain things to be planted in, so they're never removed.
Right.
So There's an app. I have an app. It's the Truckers app, and it's for everything. Like if you want to go reefer, if you want to go flatbed, not flatbed, but if you want to go tanker to get your endorsement, very good app. I've given it to so many people. I wouldn't say everybody loves it, but I think everybody has learned from it, and it has. I don't think one person can tell me without that app, their permit wouldn't have been easy. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Like, it's got the answers and it has the exam on it. So you can do the exam before you can go to the DMV, and you can do the practice as many times as you want. I use it to this day just to do refreshers. Every now and then I just go on the app and look for it. Just to do it.
Word.
So I think we got past the part where you already did why you want to get into trucking. You know, I pretty much have an idea where you are. You kind of a do-it-yourself guy, and that's good. There's nothing wrong with it. But just remember, in trucking, you want like Miss Jerry. You want someone like Miss Jerry to be there for you.
Absolutely.
You want, and I'm gonna tell you this: where they say burn bridges, it's true. Do not burn any bridges of any kind. Do not create any storms of any kind. You want to stay humble in this, and you want to be receptive to it, because that's gonna make you an awesome driver. You've already taken the first step, and you're doing fine, and you're gonna do very well. There's no such thing as giving up in this. You can't give up in trucking. From beginning to end, there's no giving up. There's no so if it takes you 4 times to do the course, it takes you 4 times. And I'm gonna tell you why. I have family that are attorneys, and something I learned about becoming an attorney is that some people don't pass the bar to their 3rd, 4th time just to be a lawyer. But they do it. They go through it. The humiliation builds them up. So if there's anything you don't know, don't ever belittle yourself. Say, man, I can't get this. Man, I don't know this. You will. You will know it. You will get it. And then you will probably be able to explain it or teach it to somebody else better than how you learned it. That's trucking. Like, now that I know Miss Jerry and I know about her, I got somebody I can tell somebody, hey, you need to talk to this lady. Why? Because she could probably help you better place yourself than coming to me. Because that's what she does. She's a recruiting officer. So you get somebody that's recruiting, and now you attach yourself to them. Dude, the sky's the limit. All you gotta do is have that license and have a clean driving record. You know, your driving record may not be perfect. Trust me. I don't know too many drivers with perfect records, but I know a lot of drivers that are very successful. My circle is very successful. We function and operate a certain way. We constantly push each other towards just staying on the right path. So you got my number now. You'll always have it. I'll always be there for you. As long as you're happy. And continue. Now, are there any questions that you need an answer?
Not at the moment, but I definitely won't hesitate to reach out.
So there's nothing you want to know about trucking?
I mean, it's a lot of information I want to know, but I have to see the workplace. So I'm kind of like, I'm listening, but I'm still like, trying to get ready at the same time.
Okay. So this is why school would be good for you. It'll expose you to certain things, even to your own truths. But I'm gonna say this to you. Think about You know who you are as a person. Think about how you want to retire. What way? What's your way out? What's your plan? What are your goals? No one goal. You gotta have goals. I would also think about investing. You need to think about ways that you want to invest in yourself, because your health is going to be number one in this industry. So you know you got to think about, like me. I get on the road. I've been on the road 4 months straight before I go home. But the moment I get a call to come home, I do not hesitate, because my loved ones are very important. I cannot neglect them. So there's certain things. You see how I'm formulating a way that my truck driving skill, my truck driving ability, what makes me a truck driver are these things. You know, my character, the way you go to the shipper, it's business. It's not you and the company, it's you and whoever you're talking to at the shipper. So you're gonna start thinking about how you want to carry yourself, what your look, your presentation is gonna be like. All those things are gonna help. There really are. I would say many truck drivers get into the industry and they bring their background with them, and it's never really needed. So you might get a rough and tough guy from the street, a passive person, a bully, somebody who's just, you know, a little bit soft, and they bring that with them, and it just messes things up. Think about being professional, because what happens is you walk into different environments, and people see it in you, and the first thing they want to know. You don't have to do the rest. You don't have to go on this thing alone. Oh, when I get out there, I gotta do all. You're a professional driver. All you need to do is drive your truck. Stay clean, look presentable, and you're gonna see the offers that you're gonna come out. Like, you don't have to ask if you're gonna come at you. People are gonna ask you for your number. I get a lot of that. Yeah. Are you a owner? Are you a owner? No. And you know what's funny? I get treated like one. I get treated like one. I've gone to some shippers recently at the end of the line. Just by the way I speak to them, the way I speak, the way I open the door, you know, the way I present my people, the way my teeth, you know. Sometimes I look like it's a bad day, and I know, hey, I'll be in the truck when you call me. 10 minutes later, hey, man, we want to put you on the door. And you don't know, hey, but my appointment is this time. No, don't worry about it. We just want to put you on the door. They're helping me make more money. So, all because I never go in shit, you know? Remember, we got a career. I'm here to do, I'm here to get the job done and make a ton of money doing it. Easy money, guys. Okay, easy money, but it's even easier to mess it up. When you break yourself and you it can be all over today. But the promise is, there are a lot of you that are, and it has nothing to do with the race, color, creed, background. It's all about the driving skill. That's all it is. Because every company wants to know, are you a safe driver? No. Before they even talk about pay, are you a safe driver? Can I depend on you? You know, $200,000 machine on me right now, brand new. So they need to know that their investment is going to be first thing they're looking for is you got a clean record. And you're coming in with a clean record. So I would really advise you to narrow down what you really want to do. In about a month or two, the pay raises are going to start moving up again.
Mm-hmm.
And it just moves. They're going to move up again. So you're coming in at a good time.
Yeah.
A lot of companies starting their drivers at 40 cents fresh out of school. Well, the major carriers, like what I work at, 40 cents just straight out of school. Some are doing 45 now because they're afraid of losing a brand new driver like you to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, take your time, get that license, and start thinking about what specialty you want to do. And specialty means goes by your endorsement. I did reefer, Stevens Transport, and then I came over here to Total Transport, and I'm doing drive-in, and I know both sides. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start pulling double. More endorsements you have, more money. Your work, even if you don't pull with those endorsements, the company still gotta pay you. You can always use it as leverage. Well, I got my hazmat. You know, we don't do hazmat. Well, I need a company that recognizes my hazmat. And you know what they'll do? Okay, we'll give you 5 more cents. Mm-hmm. So if you had 70 cents, now you have 75 cents just because you got a hazmat endorsement, but you're not going to use it ever. But right. The fact that you told them you're not an ordinary driver. Mm-hmm. I'm a specialty driver. I can leave you and go do this. They don't want to hear that, but they want to hear that you're going to drive for them. And you don't got to be rude about it. You just got to let them know. And you got to always let them know that they need to recognize you for who you are. And who you are is what you see the driver's license tells who you are. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's it. They can call me by my name or they can call me by my truck number. It doesn't matter. I know they recognize me as the driver. You're gonna do well, man. You're gonna do. Oh my gosh. How old are you?
I'm 25.
So you know, in trucking, if you do it right, 10 years. If you do it right, 10 years, and you set everything up, and and you saved and you done it right and you put your investments where they need to be, 10 years, you're on your way out.
That's nice to hear, man.
It is, but listen, it's nice to hear, but you're a truck driver. I'm not going to call you a student. I'm not going to call you somebody trying to get his truck driver. Brian is a truck driver. In my book, Brian is a truck driver. And if you ever come to a company where I'm at, well, we're just going to have to make sure Brian gets paid what I get paid. If they don't want the veteran to leave, right? You see how it works? Brian.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm in a bad spot on the highway. But you see how that works?
Yeah.
So, because I'm at a company that I bring you over, there are companies that say, okay, so you got to move this much more.
The sound messed up.
Yeah, it is. I'm in a dead spot. I'm in a dead spot, and I got a Bluetooth, and I can't hold the phone in the hand like a truck stop. You gotta have it.
Right. So what I'm gonna do, Herbert, I'm gonna because you're breaking up a little bit. I'm gonna give him your number, make sure he has it, and let you guys connect. I truly appreciate you talking to Brian and connecting with him. I know he's in good hands. He's in great hands with you.
Anytime. If like I said, before you sign and accept a company, look at what they're telling you.
Mm-hmm.
You want emails.
Mm-hmm.
You want emails because you'll always have it. You know, you need that. And find out what they guarantee you. And find out where how long can you do this? How long can you keep that relationship with them? Because opportunity, I mean, they're like the diamond does.
Mm-hmm.
But I want you to be a successful truck driver. I don't want you to be a truck driver. I got in it didn't work for me. No, we're not doing that. That's not what we're into. I want you to get into it, and then at some point in time in your tenure, I want you to be able to go to somebody and say, "Yep, this is a good career. It's a good career." You need to reach back and encourage others and bring them up to where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
It's the right thing to do. You know, I truly believe in taking care of my community. I'm a pro-black guy. I'm about taking care of my people, my sisters, my brothers, making sure that we do well in life. You understand? Because, sometimes we're all we got. So when I look at a woman like Miss Jerry, we got a great woman on the team. It's not just any ordinary pro. You get it? We got somebody that shows empathy and she really cares. You can tell that she wants the best for you. She called me. So, you know, to show me she's not by herself. She has people that can advocate in the business. And that's the good thing. So,
and I think I appreciate y'all so much, man. So much.
You know, have you studied with the pre-trip?
I haven't even started working on the pre-trip yet. No, sir.
Okay, so after you get your permit, go online, like a YouTube, and look up pre-trip. And just observe. Don't try to learn it when you first hear it. Let it sink in. Sometimes you gotta watch a movie 2 times before you really get it all. You know what I mean? You watch it the first time, it was a lot. Second time, it's like, oh, why did I miss that the first time? So I would get the preacher, watch it the first time, and then the second time, start mimicking it. Start trying to, you know, start seeing how they move through it, the way they flow through it. And then start trying to digest it all and let it become a part of you. So that wherever you do go to be a preacher, you'll have it. You'll have it down pat. And remember this, there's two components, your truck and your trailer. Your truck brakes are the same as your truck brakes are the same as your trailer brakes. Same thing. Same components. Same. So don't get tripped up here. A lot of people get tripped up here. Don't. Okay. And your trailer preacher is probably the easiest. It's just 50. But it's easy, very easy. The truck, just learn the engine just in case they give it to you. Yeah. So, you know, if you ever need help with it, just call me.
Yes, sir. Before I let you go, I just want to thank you again for your time, for your knowledge, for your wisdom, for everything. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I look forward to hearing great things from you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Herbert. Thank you. I appreciate your time. Brian, you keep us updated on the next few tests that you have to take, okay? And you know, you're gonna do well. So, you know, be encouraged. We're rooting for you, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
When are you gonna do the are you gonna do a conference or anything?
Yes, well, the one with the high school kids, that's gonna be in July. July the 24th is gonna be the date. And so
it's gonna be at a high school or
yeah, it will be at a high school in Houston. So we'll have it in like the parking lot area of the high school. Yeah. So we'll have the parking lot and stuff like that roped off. So I'll be able to get some trucks in there. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all. I've already kind of reached out to your sister partner, US Express, to see if there's anything that they can do for me. But I'll there's a couple of others that I'm gonna reach out to.
I'm total transportation. I will call total transportation and let them know.
Okay.
You gotta know this about it.
You're breaking up, Herbert. Yeah, I'm gonna have to call you back. Okay. All right, I'll touch base with you later.
All right, God bless you guys.
God bless you. Thank you. Bye-bye.